Hey everybody, this is Stephanie. We're going to jump right in. I am doing the foundation pages to my December daily. It is a 6x4 size. And as you can see, I started off with my cover page already completed, as well as two additional pages. The collection that I'm going to be using for this whole series, this whole process for December daily is going to be the newest release from Tracy Reed Designs. It is the Stay Home for the Holidays collection. And I'm going to be showing you here the pattern papers. These are the 6x4 cards. Now you can do the 4x6, which are in the vertical format, but I am doing the horizontal. That is the vertical right there. And I printed out these pattern papers in the 6x4, as well as the journaling cards in the 6x4, as well as the 3x4 journaling cards. So I got a lot to work with, and as you can see there on the left portion as well, I have these stickers. There I had just showed you really quick. I had cut out some of the 6x4 to use on a previous project, so I got to reprint those, and I definitely am going to. So I'm giving you an overview of the, some of the products that I'm working with. However, if you want a more detailed, in-depth peek or a viewing of this entire collection, Tracy Reed Designs has a YouTube channel where she does an unboxing, and there's so much that you can see. There's 3x4 pattern papers, there's traveler's notebook papers, and there's an entire digital kit where it has so much more you can see. So I definitely recommend checking that out, and I'll place a link there at the bottom on the description box if you're interested. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So I'm showing you the pattern or this design I decided to go with, which is a smaller format. I'm going to end up alternating between a 4x6 pattern paper, well, it's actually 6x4, and or some journaling cards. So normally if it's going to be a journaling card on the side, I'll have a 3x4 card next to it, or I'll have a matted 6x4 pattern paper, and then I probably place like 2x2 size photos. Now, the reason why I'm having this on a smaller scale for December Daily is because I do document, my life in other formats like Project Life and in my planner and in Traveler's Notebook spreads. So I felt like just to have everything in one place, I felt like this was fitting. However, I like being able to have this size, since if I do outgrow it beyond both rings that you see underneath my right there, so if it gets bigger than both of those sets, being the small and the large, then I will consider switching this up to a 6x8 album for my December daily. So being able to use 3x4 cards and these 6x4, they can easily transfer to fit in pockets of a 6x8 album. So I'm going to speed along and show you all the stickers now. I'm just giving you a rundown of all the products that I'll be working with. That way, each time you come back and you see a process or just a viewing each time I share with you guys. I don't know if it's going to be every day. I will probably try and document every day. However, I don't know if I'm going to be able to upload every day. So I'm going to try at least a weekly thing every 7 days. But it all depends on the season and my family and my boys. I do have a toddler, and he is a handful. Being able to do this voiceover, I tried like 4 times during the day, and I was very unsuccessful due to the background noise that they they add in. So it's late at night, and I have a nice cup of coffee as I do this voiceover. Throughout the entire process of this one, you'll see me kind of change scenes. I do come back to it throughout the day, my spare time. So if it does change a bit, that is why. These are all the stickers that are also in that collection. And the best part about having a printable collection is you can choose what you want to use and you can make it your own. So I even switched it up, and I did some of the stickers with the vellum paper that you saw there on the left that I just pulled up, giving it a transparent and a different texture. So that was really nice. I know I've seen Tracy Reed do it as well as many other people. So it was so nice to just try that out. So I'm showing you all the 2 cards, basically the cover and 2 of these cards that I decided I would do. I needed to get a head start and just to see how I feel about the project. And when I felt like I can see myself going through with the entire process, I decided to start recording. So you can see me here glue this down. I thought this would be a perfect matted background, this pattern paper, to document my current seasonal obsession for some It is a peppermint bark candy bar that I've been craving, and it's very seasonal, so I really want to start documenting the things that I am currently obsessing with during this season, especially since last year I had enjoyed this. They're like these Reese's cups, but they were dark chocolate and they also had peppermint inside. And I didn't really take any pictures of it, and I'm struggling to find them this year around. So I want to place this in the album. I thought that pattern paper was perfect. So my cover photo, or my cover, my cover to this album is a bigger size than what I had for the individual papers inside. So that's going to be a bigger size, just so that way it's not flush the same with my inner pages. And you'll see there at the end that they do have a bigger cover, I guess I'm trying to say. It's late, guys. I showed you all the pattern papers right now, and then we're going to be jumping in. For this process, we're going to be doing the foundation pages. So basically all those black cardstock sheets that I have there, I'm going to be matting it with, they're going to be the mats to the pattern papers. And I think there it goes, I trimmed up. I was wondering what I was off to. So I'm going to be, yes, exactly like that. I love that touch of the black along all the pattern papers. It just gives it that nice cohesiveness throughout the entire project. There on the upper left portion, as you saw, I did that peppermint or that plaid argyle pattern, and then now I have that wood. Excuse me, it looks like a wolf, a roof, and it just reminds me that I would take a photo to use that as the background for how we decorate the exterior, the outside of our house and stuff. So that's where I'm going to be placing our photos for that. That next photo pattern paper that I have on the upper left section. I'm so sorry, tongue tied, guys. I thought I can place my new coffee mugs, a photo of them, just because I realized I should document the new coffee mugs that I get, especially since this year I know I broke, I think, one or two, and I don't really have any photos of them, and they were my everyday type of mugs that I really like to use, and I don't have them anymore. I'm gonna have to replace those, and I just like the idea of now realizing that I should document, especially my seasonal items that I get throughout the years. Now you see that Christmas tree. Of course, I thought I can place a photo there of how we decorate our tree, which may vary from year. Here we have it's a pattern paper of ornaments, and I thought I can place our traditions. So as I'm telling you right now, the reason why I'm able to pre-plan here my foundation pages is because they are symbolizing traditions. So right here, that ornament paper, we get a new ornament to represent every year, whether between my husband and I, our relationship, or for instance 2020, we thought it'd be fitting that it should consist of a toilet paper ornament, just because it's such a 2020 statement, landmark, something along that lines. So we just have traditions, and so this is how I'm able to start my foundation pages to go around that. And then on the backs of each of these, I will be placing photos of the day with the highlight, or to go with this pattern paper. So there, that one that's gray and has houses on it, I thought that'd be fitting to do for when we go and see a subdivision. We like to go and see all the lights, the house that have decorations on them. That is a tradition we've been doing every year, so I thought that would be a perfect background for that. Now I'm going through the pattern papers again just to see what I'm going to be using for each tradition that we have. I believe we're at 12 to 13 traditions that we do. And then on the other sides of these cardstock sheets or papers is going to be where I place the photos. And I believe my photos are going to differentiate between a smallest size, maybe being an inch. I kind of feel like that's too small, but we're going to see. It depends on how many I have to, I want to document on that day. So from an inch, maybe 2 inches, 2 by 2, all the way up to a 4 by 6. And the beauty of having these pages a little bit bigger, so that way I can have my 2 holes there on the left portion and still have room, is that I can have a 4 by 6 there, and it won't go in the rings. I don't want my photos to be with the little ring marks, you know, having to punch holes into my photos. So, and that last pattern paper that I just matted, it says home for the holidays. I thought I can take a photo of my decor that's inside the house. I have a little village that's going to go on the mantle. Right here we have this other pattern paper. I thought it'd be perfect to put a recipe. We're going to be baking a lot, so either some photos for a recipe or an actual recipe. So let's see, but I just referred back to a notebook if you saw me there a few a little bit back. Just I wrote all our traditions, and I want to make sure that we get them all documented. I chose this 4x6 size, like I said, so that way it's able to get bigger if I need to. But since I am, you know, documenting in other areas of the crafty world, I didn't feel like I'd need to go bigger than this. But we shall see. I do like the idea of it's how it's coming up so far. This gray paper, I thought it'd be perfect to use to document some photos of my clothes. I have a ton of shirts that are Night Before Christmas that I'm going to be wearing throughout the month, as well as a lot of PJ clothing. So let's see how many photos I'm going to fit on that paper. So I'm just grabbing out through those pattern papers, just seeing that what will fit for each tradition. So I grabbed out the star paper, and I thought it was perfect to go with our Christmas stories. We have a ton of books that we're going to be reading throughout the month. And I also want to make sure that I put on there that we tend to grab our Christmas stash after the holidays. When they tend to go on clearance, we stock up again. So that's how we pile up on books for the holidays. We do that for Halloween, we do it for Easter, and we also do it for Christmas. So I want to mention that on there too. That way my boys know the tricks and stuff, and that way it's affordable to make these traditions and how it's possible. Here we have this brick paper. It makes me think of a chimney. It makes me think of my mantle, and then that's where it makes me think of our stockings. So I want to take a picture of our stockings and just write down things that we always fill it up with, or if we switch up the stockings and so forth. So I'm gonna now start working on the back. Now the front is not very dimensional. It does not have a lot, and I'm okay with that. I don't want to have too much to where it's going to be getting wear and tear as the kids go through this, so I don't want it to where I got to be concerned. So as I do this, I thought about that, and I love this idea here. I wanted it because I love that pattern paper so much. But since I'm going to be placing that sticker on there, that sentiment, it says, "Let's kiss this year goodbye." I feel like it'd be in the inner backing, so that way, again, like I said, I don't want it to get the wear and tear that it will get. So by placing in this inside of the backing, that felt good for me. So, but I will be placing a pattern paper in the back, but I won't be sticking any other images or anything on there, just because I want that clean look. Oh, and I really loved how it came out. Now I'm going to see if I can find one more paper, and I kind of want to grab one that matches the front, and this has the same color scheme but in Christmas trees, and I felt like that was fitting for the back. Super simple, and it's decorated and it matches. And I'm like I said, I'm not going to place anything on here, no stickers, no nothing, just because again I only want the front to have some dimension, and I only want to make sure I'm concerned with keeping the front intact and not have to worry about the back as well. So far I placed the little rings in here, and we're going to be doing a little flip through. Now these are not in order. I'm going to be able to switch these up to whatever tradition we do first. But I just wanted to close it up and show you guys what we got so far. And yeah, I hope you got inspired, and I hope you stick around for the next process that's going to be coming up in December. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.